Welcome to the WrapUP, a VR live stream focused on keeping you up to date with the adoption of universal profiles and growth of the new creative economy. Join us as we uncover the fusion of technology, artistry, and innovation that's redefining how we create, share, and experience in this digital age. It's time to wrap it up. Welcome to the WrapUP, everyone. Today's December 29th, 2023, and today we're going to wrap up the WrapUP. But before we do that, take a moment to click that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It helps a ton and ensures you don't miss any of our upcoming episodes. Also, be sure to find us on Common Ground in the MetaHeads and KEEZ communities, because Common Ground is the Web3 community platform we've all been waiting for. Alts, how are you?
I'm doing good, buddy. Good to be here with you. Hope everybody had a nice little break in the holidays. It was a little strange taking a week off, because we're always so plugged in. But yeah, it feels good to be back. Hope everybody's week is off to a great start, and then, nice end to their year coming in.
Yeah, you see me looking up here? It's because I had a microphone malfunction at the exact moment the show started. The mic fell off the boom stand, and I'm now holding it by my mouth instead of having it fixed here. So,
But you're holding it by your mouth?
literally, I'm biting on the end of it. I don't know.
Trying to, yeah, you literally have it shoved in your mouth.
Wow, this is tragic. This is absolutely tragic what just transpired in a short amount of time. Unreal. Okay, well, it is what it is for the time being. Okay, so anyway, while I fix this mic, let's hear from our friends and sponsors over at LEEQUID. LEEQUID, a liquid staking solution tailored for the LUKSO blockchain, enables low-friction staking of LYX tokens redeemable for SLYX tokens on a one-to-one basis. Its custom liquidity pool allows for quick staking changes, avoiding traditional network delays. Supported by LUKSO advisors and launched post-consensus audit in October of 23, LEEQUID ensures a secure and user-friendly staking experience. Be sure to follow LEEQUID on Twitter for opportunities to earn passive rewards while participating in the overall security of the LUKSO network.
Well, Eve, did you figure it out? No. Major malfunction. Some people might call that karma, but I like to just say it's a happy accident. And yeah, we'll just roll with it for now. But yeah, so we wanted to actually kind of do something a little bit different on this show. And instead of wrapping up the week, we wanted to take a look back at the year of 2023 and do a little quick kind of overview wrap up of all things LUKSO for the year, kind of our major milestones. There's been a lot already, and it's kind of it's a bit surreal.
Yeah, okay, I think I'm back. Am I back?
Yeah, you're back. We got you, buddy.
All right, just had to do some surgery. That was an incredibly inopportune time for the mic to fall off the boom stand there.
No, we're all good to go.
Yeah, considering we've been sitting here working at this for hours right now, for that to happen literally at the moment the show started, you're right. It's karma. It's my karma for whatever I did earlier. I don't know what I did. Oh God, what did I do? Okay. All right. Getting my bearings. Like Alt said, we thought we would take this opportunity to kind of wrap up the wrap up, so to speak. And given that the wrap up is completely about LUKSO, you can imagine that we're just going to wrap up LUKSO. I think you've already said that. Did you say that?
Yeah. And then we're just going to wrap it up and put a bow on it.
Okay. Big fan of bows. I do like bows. So let's get going. Let's get going with our very first tweet that LUKSO had in 2023. Rob, let's get that on the screen. Oh, look at that. LUKSO's mainnet is in sight. This is actually the second of 3 Medium articles that LUKSO produced relative to the mainnet launch. This one came in January of 2022. Do you remember that time? It was almost 1 year ago. Oh,
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Was, exciting times. Yeah.
Yeah. What was your thought?
I thought we were finally getting this thing moving, right? I thought like we're kind of in beginning the next phase. And then the fact that they kind of rolled it on articles with just like a myriad of alpha with each one was really cool. It was a cool way to kind of roll into things starting off the year.
Article number 1 came in December. Article number 2 came in January. And article number 3 came in April. Oh, what happened in between? Let's go to the next tweet. We had Fabian at ETH Denver. Alt, you were in ETH Denver, weren't you?
I was in East Denver for this. Shout out Shelling Point. Um, yeah, it was a great experience. Anytime you ever get to hear Fabian speak, on stage and just see people reacting in real time, it was a lot of fun. And actually, I actually this week I actually realized what the Shelling Point means. It's a solution that people tend to choose by default in the absence of communication. So it's just kind of a consensus thing, which is really cool. It makes a lot of sense. But yeah, it was great, and he kind of gave us that first iteration of like, mainnet's coming, and we were so over the moon, but kind of disillusioned at the same time because we're just like, oh, is this really it? Is it really go time? And sure enough, it was. We were really running up that final stretch right before mainnet, and that's we had a party there as well. That was pretty epic. It was good seeing a lot of fam.
I'm pretty sure this was the time where Fabian at the end of his talk said, and we'll have mainnet in weeks. And every other time everyone would be like, oh my God, I'm fainting. Oh, it's coming. And this time he's like, it'll happen in weeks. And everyone in the room was like, yeah. What letter of O? What O are we on in soon? The first or the second one?
It was definitely the second one though. He was definitely not kidding around that time.
Yeah, yeah. You were in the room though. Wasn't there a little bit of the
Yeah,
uh
yeah. We're kind of like, okay, cool. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But he
anyway,
was right. Yeah, it was definitely weeks.
like we said, we're just wrapping up the year. If you're just catching up to Luxo now, we just want to give you a sense for kind of what's happened in the past year. So this kind of, the announcement for the talk was in February, but Ethan Denver was actually in March. As you see, he took the main stage on March 2nd at 2:15 p.m. local time there. He gave a talk. It was neat. There was a party. There was a lot of fun stuff that happened. I think that was when the church party happened, but we're going to go over the top of that one and let's just zip forward into April because that's when the real fun stuff started happening.
Yeah, we had a dope feature from CoinDesk there. Layer 1 project for creative types launching the Genesis validator smart contract on number 420.
420. It makes me wonder, is the team just like, is there a drawer just filled with joints that they can grab at any time? Like, or is it the meme, like 42 is the meme, the answer for all things from A Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, that Douglas Adams piece? Doesn't matter either way. It was super dope. When this tweet came out, I think we were all proverbially pooping our pants because it felt like for all this time we were waiting, it's finally upon us, right? It's finally happening.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, this if you follow Lux at all, you understand that they curate their stuff a lot more than other blockchains do, right? So choosing this kind of 42 all things, solved solution, approach is really great. And it gives us community members a lot of fun meme stuff too. So we really enjoy that.
Yeah. So on 420 itself, bang, the launch pad launches on that next tweet there, Rob. And everyone is super pumped. In fact, a lot of people immediately flooded in and started depositing um, in the launch pad there, or using launch pad to get their validators. That was a monumental day, something that a lot of us have been waiting for. Some of us were sidelined though. Why were we sidelined? Well, it cost gas, right? There was a gas fee because we were effectively depositing on the Ethereum mainnet, and then we were going to birth Luxo out of the Ethereum mainnet. And this tweet right here actually comes up from a suggestion from our own, I believe, the web Rob G in the D, right? Web3 Rob G, who had said, like it's really expensive to again make these validator deposits. Maybe Luxo could subsidize the gas. And believe it or not, they did. Unbelievable. Great generosity from the team. They subsidized all the gas for the first, I believe, was it 10,000 validators? I can't
7,000,
remember.
7,000.
7,000. Thank you.
I don't know. I feel like it might have got extended to 10. I can't remember, but yeah, it was at least 7.
I think it was the first 7 and then extended to 10 because I think I got in after the 7,000
Yeah,
window
I
and was
want to say it
expecting
was.
to pay all the gas. And then I didn't, right?
Mr.
Like I
Sun in
ended,
Love, good to see you, fam.
it all came back. Yeah, look at that. Sun in love. Yeah, I am in love with the sun too. It hasn't come out here in a while. Anyway, Luxo provided the subsidy on all that gas, which I think when it went back to people like myself, we just said, well, fuck it. We'll just buy more Lux.
F-bomb alert, F-bomb alert.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but it was such an epic, something really nice to do for the community and, really helped get things jump started.
Yeah, for sure, dude. For sure. So shortly thereafter, It took a few weeks, but then we reached the that critical threshold, and we had over 10,000 Genesis validator keys that were locked up. And then the date was finally set. Mainnet would start on May 23rd at, like Alt said, a very curated time. What time's that, Alt?
420, you know it.
420, you know it. Oh God. And this date for mainnet was many years in the making. As a community, we've been waiting for a while, but these guys have been waiting even longer. Look at that stud right there.
What color is that shirt, Eth?
You know, I was operating on that shirt is white for a very long time, and then suddenly I saw that it was blue, and now my brain is exploding.
Yeah, it's like that dress picture that just went viral. It's like, what shade color is Fabian's shirt here?
It's blue, black, it's whatever the hell you want it to be. What it is it's it's a shirt of accomplishment right there. I like how Fabian keeps it pretty simple with the style. And here, 5 years in the making, we're pretty much on the precipice of mainnet with that tweet being on May 23rd at wow, look at that 2023. You think they planned that?
Yeah, I do. I do. I think they probably had that plan for a long time.
Interesting. All right. Well, we saw the Fabian 5 years in the making, and then the other co-founder. Look at that, Marjorie, with the mirror. You can't read it because it's cut off, but it says "fuck normal. I want magic," and I hope that that's what this blockchain brings is magic.
Yeah, I think it's literally designed for specifically that. Give us the tools we need to make our, dreams come true. I needed a sound effect.
I didn't have one queued up for you. Sorry. So yeah, anyway, those are the two founders on May 23rd celebrating mainnet. And then on May 23rd itself, we actually had the moment that it came to life, which was captured in this tweet from Fabian that he sent out the next day on May 24th. But that's actually the moment that the blockchain sprung to life there, which is awesome. You know, in a few years, people are going to we'll just look back on this like it's some piece of history. For
Yep.
those of us who experienced it live this year and who had been waiting for it, it was a monumental event, something that was really, really, I don't know, it leaves me kind of speechless to because I'll use I because I'm talking about myself here. I've invested so much time in this ecosystem right now for this to finally happen. Even as a person on the outside who's not actively building this stuff, it felt like I had a little ownership in this. And what was my ownership? By being a psychopath and showing up every single day wearing all pink.
Yes, us psychopaths were celebrating that day, you know. But it was also, a little bit of anxiety, because it's new tech, You always kind of like, hopefully everything goes great, But sure enough, they know what they're doing, of course, and everything has been running smoothly since day one.
Yeah, Fabian actually said that this was an incredible feat to launch a decentralized network in this way. And he's alluded to, they actually had their doubts that this would work at some points, which nobody wanted to hear ahead of time. But in hindsight, it's actually kind of funny. Well, yeah, funny might not be the word you'd use, but I find it kind of it tickles my fancy a little bit because there's a bunch of people from around the world. You can see the green dots on the world map there coming together, running nodes and then running validators to get this thing off the ground. I would love to see a few more of those dots in the global south, but there's plenty of time to make this network more decentralized. So if you're in South America or Africa, if you're a BRICS nation, so to speak, get on the train, man. LUKSO wants everybody.
Yep, yep. All right, well,
Okay.
next up, we got the next tweet coming in June 29. Got licks, a discovery month, so the migration bridge was open.
Yeah, migration bridge opened up. And actually, I remember that I was sitting at the dinner table when I got a text from somebody telling me that, hey, just as an FYI, there's a small issue and we're going to have to figure out how to coordinate to solve it before we can open this bridge up. Um, and luckily enough, the validator community, the early validator community, had been together through L16, running the network on testnet, and we're very familiar with each other. There was a lot of channels that were open where people could communicate. The staking verse and Jordy Dutch was actually huge in this, acting as kind of a center point for communication. And we were able to coordinate a quick fix of updating the validator clients on all of, basically updating the clients for all of our validators to make it so this migration could start flawlessly. And we were able to do it in a very short amount of time. Only took a couple days. So small little blip. Again, this will go into the history books long in the future that this event happened. Most people are completely unaware, but we're able to come together and solve this problem before it ever became an issue. So we're able to start that migration, and that migration is ongoing as we speak.
Yeah, special note. I know some newbies are coming in to migrate, and still see this question a lot. Why is my gas so high? Make sure that the amount of licks that you're trying to migrate is an even number. For instance, if you're wanting to send 100 over, do 100, don't do 100.27. That'll mess you up. Just as a quick note for the newbies.
Yeah, you're going to get a gas error that is going to make it basically become cost prohibitive to do the migration. You shouldn't do that, right? Do it alt said, and it'll work just fine. I've migrated a number of tokens at this point, and it's worked flawlessly every single time.
Same. Yeah, it's super, super quick and easy, and really well done by the team.
All right. Well, again, running through the year, we had a Code Arena audit. Code Arena, they basically put up $100,000 bounty and said, try to exploit us, right? We're going to put our smart contracts out there and do what you do your worst, hackers. Which was great. And I'm pretty sure that they didn't find any critical bugs, only a couple like medium priority things that they were able to fix. And this was on the road to actually launching universal profiles. So this came in July.
Yeah, this was great. It really puts the community members at ease, knowing that like some true professionals have really tried to attack it and couldn't do anything. So that was great. That was really great.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, Alt and I attended a Code Arena social out in Istanbul. Nice people, and I really appreciate the fact that there are white hats out there that are willing to try to break things and not exploit things, versus the black hat that would try to just exploit. Right?
Yeah, we appreciate the pink hats out there.
The pink hats, love it. All right. So then that brings us to the part of the summer where we're at ETHCC. And at ETHCC, a number of interesting things happened. First, Vitalik Buterin showed the history of account abstraction. You can see Fabian took the photo and then says, hey, you can talk about account abstraction all you want, but universal profiles are the feature complete smart contract account that the whole Ethereum space is waiting for. Confidence?
Yes, confidence much. But yes, this one, once you actually understand what universal profiles do compared to, just an Ethereum wallet, yeah, you understand that true account abstraction will be on LUKSO, not on Ethereum.
Yeah, and we're gonna end up fighting this battle for a while here, I think. And when I say battle, maybe I'm posing it too adversarially, like we're gonna have to actually like take someone over. I think this is just part of the constant education that comes with being a Luxo community member. You're going to have to continue to work. You're going to have to continue to move forward and really try to um, like make people aware of the possibilities that come with using the Luxo blockchain and using using the Luxo blockchain, and then the account the smart contract accounts, which are universal profiles, in a way that like doesn't turn people off, right? It can turn people off if we're too aggressive. So it's fun to have our own culture and kind of spread our own culture, but not be like wicked aggressive and jerky maxis about it, right? So this is kind of
Yeah.
our charge going forward.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, try not to be adversarial, just be more informative and educational and have fun. Like we're just kind of trying to spread our vibe and drop bits of alpha. And, some people will digest it and some people won't. And it's going to get a lot easier too as we move forward, right? And these things go live and dApps come on board and we can actually just show people firsthand, like, look how much better this account abstraction is. It's instead of taking like a little piece here and a little piece here and making it centralized with like 12, 15 moving parts to get 8% of the way. No, we're doing it all on the core level, 100% of the way, totally decentralized. Like when you realize the potential for that, yeah, it's super exciting. So it'll be a lot easier to explain that to people and to really show them, as these use cases come online.
Yeah, I think we're trying to not bring blockchain to the masses as much as we're trying to bring masses to the blockchain. So the more that we can bring people into our world, the better it is, rather than trying to bring our world to them. Like our world is going to be alien. So if we can like get into their world and then pill them while we're there, I think that works best. And that's kind of what Luxo is doing here. The next tweet up at ETC, they paired with Boys Club World for the Anon Ball. It was a night to remember in Paris. I mean, I wasn't there. I know a couple of our, I know a number of people who were there said it was quite the interesting time. And judging from that video, it looks like it was a fun time.
Yeah, bummed I missed out on that one as well. I can't wait to visit Paris one of these days, longer than our just recent trip through there. But yeah, I heard great things about this ball, and Boys Club does not mess around with these live events. They are always on point.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, LUKSO was very prominently featured. And when we talked about bringing the blockchain, not like bringing, I want to think about how I phrase that appropriately. Like, we don't want people to have to like alter their behaviors to join LUKSO. We want to bring LUKSO to their behaviors, so to speak, right? Like, that
Yeah.
would be the most ideal way to get adoption. And I think coming out of ETHCC, oh, nice Hugo shot right there. Coming out of ETHCC, we actually get an announcement from LUKSO saying, hey, we're going to partner with Boys Club World. And Boys Club World is focused on bringing people into the blockchain space that are non-traditional, meaning like not your generalized crypto bro, right? Like, it's going to be women, it's going to be other people that are getting involved, lay people. So this is a great partnership, and this partnership is actually, it says stay tuned for details on their magazine launch on LUKSO. That actually just happened in Art Basel in December. So this is a really fruitful partnership, and definitely brings new eyes to the LUKSO network. So that was kind of cool coming out of ETHCC.
Yeah, very, very cool. And I can't wait to see kind of how that collaboration continues to fruit moving forward. I think they can do some really cool stuff together. Hey, Hakan.
Hey. All right. So after that fruitful summer going to ECC, trying to pill people, we as a community reached 50,000 validators in September. That was fantastic, going from 10,000 validators in May, when we, May 23rd, when the network launched, to 50,000 on September 7th. Before any DApp node integrations or any liquid staking, this is all people running validators from their own notes, which was fantastic. I mean, that's great participation notes.
Yeah, that was great. And the amount of time that we quickly got to that 50K was pretty impressive. Like, not gonna lie. And I absolutely love to see it. And then, just 5 days after that, we got a really cool update as well. They announced that the beta release of the Universal Profile browser extension is live on the testnet. So that's like the official testnet. We had done testnets before with L14 and L16, but this was just the next level. And yeah, this got me super hyped.
Yeah, right around the same time we took out L16. Louis the 16th met his unfortunate demise. Uh, that testnet had seen all of its usefulness and had done a great job bringing us to this point, but it was time to release the official testnet, the one that's going to be persistent. And then you can see here on September 12th that they launched that first initial beta for the Universal Profile browser extension, which was fun because I know people like us, we jumped on and immediately started playing with Universal Page or any of the other D apps that were kind of experimenting. Really, I'll just highlight Universal Page or Upturn. Those are two that then immediately kind of jumped in the fray, but there are more coming.
Yeah, there's a whole lot more coming, I think, Keith.
Yeah, for sure. Right around the same time, this was September 12th that the browser extension beta was launched on testnet. September 14th, we actually had the meetup number 1 at the offices of LUKSO. And this is a tweet from later, but this is a short little video kind of showing what that meetup looked like. They had it in their community space. You can see the Embrace the Chain branding, very prominent. Look at that roof deck. Isn't that cool?
Beautiful. Yeah, this event looks like it was a lot of fun. And I love that they did a live stream through the whole thing. So a lot of us got to just sit there and watch, and stay tuned, stay plugged in the whole day, because they had a lot of events, some, presentations. They did a panel. They had their own DJ. They had things going on. It looked like a lot of fun.
Yeah. And if you watch this video closely, you get to admire Callum's mustache and Yaman's beard.
Yeah.
Yes, nodding. Nodding.
That's beautiful. Beautiful. I can't grow facial hair like that. So
Well, this is mainly focused around developer outreach. So shortly after this meetup number 1 happened, we get the announcement for build up number 2, which is the third hackathon for LUKSO, but the second of the build up hackathons. And this one ran from October 30th to November 27th.
yeah, this was we saw some really cool stuff come out of this one for sure. And a lot of that is already getting further developed to go, to get integrated into mainnet, which is what we want to see. That's one of
Yeah.
the cool things about having this take place with universal profiles live, as opposed to the previous, versions.
Yeah, they kind of sandwiched this thing. They had the meetup number one at just before the build up, and then they had the meetup number two kind of just at the end of the build up number two hackathon. So it was a great chance for outreach or quote unquote marketing that everyone's crying for the people who are most important. Because right now, without real things to use, the chain is effectively a zombie chain. So we need things built so we can play with these things. So these were two great events. The two meetups, the meetup was just preceding this one, and then the one that happened afterwards. So build up number two was pretty fruitful, but we'll mention that again in a few slides more. But we had one DApp that said, I'm not waiting for a hackathon. We're going to launch right now. And that DApp was LEEQUID, the sponsor of this show and liquid staking solution on the LUKSO network. Um, LEEQUID actually launched on October 24th and was such a success. About 1 week later, they actually had to cap. Um, they had to stop deposits because they had gained too much of a market share of the network and they were trying to be responsible.
Yeah, well, we appreciate their responsible actions. They moved quickly when needed, and yeah, I guess no surprise. A lot of us were super hungry to just get some easy liquid stake it going, and a lot of people that didn't have the technical knowledge to set up their own nodes and run their own validators were super anxious to test that out. And the platform was really well executed. It was very intuitive. You could just go in there, super simple and easy to see what to do and how to do it and get set up. And yeah, it's been running wonderful ever since. I still love staking my rewards. It's great.
Yeah, very, very smooth DApp built by the team over there. Kudos. I won't mention you by name because I'll miss somebody, but the team at Drops, good job, guys. Really appreciate you. Because liquid staking filled up, well, not because, but at the same time, liquid staking was filling up. DAppNode actually said, hey, pre-orders for DAppNode X are officially open, and you could buy that sweet little bad boy. And it would come preloaded with 4 LUKSO validators, and you could then bring it home, plug it in, set it up, and immediately join the network. And we've seen these shipping out recently, alts, right?
Yeah, everybody's been getting theirs and getting them set up. It's beautiful. Yeah, these are amazing pieces of hardware, and I think at some point, before too long, those things will pay for themselves. And they have officially sold out of all the Luxo nodes, so they can still get their own their typical one and still install the same software, but the one that is branded that comes with the licks, those are all sold out.
Yeah, that sexy pink box, you can't get it anymore. But if you have your own hardware or you want to purchase other non-branded hardware through DAppNode, you are free to do so. We do have community members who have set this up, and I believe we may have at least one guide out there that could help you through the process if you need it. DAppNode allows you to participate in staking at the God tier level, meaning you are a home staker. You are providing decentralization to the network, so we love people who are participating through DAppNode, and thank you, DAppNode, for coming very quickly to the rescue here and supporting the LUKSO network. We really appreciate you.
Yeah, to be clear on that, you can purchase your own hardware like a Nook and then use DAppNode software to install, which
For
makes
sure.
it a little bit easier than going the traditional route.
For sure. For sure. For sure. All right. Well, the big news that we really have all been waiting for after that mainnet on the 23rd of May in November, we get universal profiles are now live on mainnet, and we all shit a collective brick about 1 week prior to this when on Marjorie put out a very cryptic tweet about missing deadlines, and we all thought that this was the end of the world, and then only to have like I don't even know timeline wise, it might have been like 24 hours later for LUKSO to announce that this was going to be the day, November 8th, and then for November 8th to come and for the extension to get launched was a surreal moment. I might not have handled it well, but we've gone over that in previous wrap-up episodes. So feel free to go back and watch that, but monumental day for the community.
Yeah, it was definitely monumental. That's a good word to use. And always a bit surreal, right? When the things you've been dreaming of for a long time go live. and it's really fun to go through the process. With the foundation, they're subsidizing the gas fees, so you can make 3 universal profiles for free. So definitely, if you have not made one, go do it. Test it out and check out. You don't have to worry about seed phrases, right? You can do like a Google or email to F.A.M.E, and then they even give you a gas allowance per month to go dabble. It's a really cool experience, and it gives you the early taste of what this new blockchain UX is going to be like.
Yeah, even right now though, it's still a beta, right? Treat it as
Sure.
a beta. Go slow with it. The best browser that you can use is Chrome at the moment. There are a few little bugs with the Brave browser integration. So that's what I would say. Go ahead, create it, play around with it. If you want the best experience, use Chrome.
Yeah, and remember he said it is beta, so don't be sending over your net worth just yet, in my opinion.
Yes, when I harvest a kidney later on today, I will not be sending that there. I'll be holding it in a cold wallet until it's ready to take that important investment.
So but once we had these universal profiles live, we got a very, very quick integration into Common Ground, meaning you could log in with the universal profile through your Common Ground account, which would show your little universal profile icon. It was really, really cool, and like this is the early start to more integration as they roll out more standards and things. But yeah, I couldn't believe how quickly they got this integrated.
It's like almost like they had had a conversation with Fabian at some point in the past and were ready for this on the day that it happened. Yeah, I just left that pause there because that's exactly what happened, and Fabian actually, hinted at this in an interview he did with Tom Series, where he said that Common Ground was very interested in making this happen, so there's no surprise that it came online, and if you haven't joined Common Ground yet, that's really the Web3 community platform that we've been waiting for. It becomes more fun when more people are on there. We had some really fun activities on Common Ground uh, going back about a week and a half ago. But if you have yet to join Common Ground yet, please join the Common Ground and specifically the KEEZ and the MetaHeads Common Ground. You will find other Common Grounds out there that are pretty live. And the more people chatting, the better it gets for everybody, right?
Yeah, and
Join the
make sure you
Web3
sign
folks.
in with your universal profile when you do it.
For sure, for sure. All right. So on November 22nd, after the LEEQUID validating queue kind of cleared, we had over 100,000 validators on LUKSO going almost, well, truly about a 10x from May 23rd. We 10x the number of validators in 6 months, right? Because November 23rd would have been that full 6 month window. Kudos to all of you participating. Great job. And we'll see more soon, right?
Yeah, 100K that quickly was impressive. That even impressed me more than the original 50K. But yeah, I can't wait to get the next milestone there.
Yeah. All right. So much of this initial segment here, if you're still with us, has just been about recapping kind of what happened in the year. Fast moving now as we come into the new year. On December 12th, while we were in a community pub crawl for Common Ground, Universal Page dropped their Genesis NFTs. They made them claimable. I believe while Jake was talking, he alluded to this in the Universal Page Common Ground, and then we all scrambled to check to see if we got one. There were 100 Genesis NFTs that were dropped out to community members that gave us early access to set up our Universal Pages. Hmm. Some people were left on the outside saying, "Oh, geez, I really wish I could have been in there, but I didn't get a Genesis NFT. How did I miss this? How long am I going to have to wait? Alts, how long are they going to have to wait?"
Something like 9 days.
Yeah, because Universal Page dropped an announcement today that it is coming on.
January 8th of 2024.
That's right. January 8th of 2024, Universal Page is going to throw the doors open for all of our wonderful community to come in and start to play around. And I think shortly thereafter, we're going to see some drops start to happen on Universal Page, which, let's call that the signal for when it really starts to get fun here on the LUKSO network. Thank you, Vlad, Jake, Universal Page. This is going to be a fun one.
Yeah, it's gonna be really fun. I'm excited to see. I already saw one collection tease today that they're gonna be dropping on the 8th as well. So yeah, I'm excited to see what all is gonna be out there and to start using some of these licks in a marketplace and start to dabble. I got some stuff I want to mint myself. So make sure you got that universal profile ready to go. So you're good to go come the 8th.
What's that collection that teased the 8th drop?
Chill Wells.
Oh, the chillest of whales
Yeah,
from our
buddy.
friend Presto. Yeah, Presto and Boost, right? And there are more. But anyway, go. I believe Chill Whales has actually moved solely to Common Ground, haven't they? They've disbanded their Discord and they're only on Common Ground. So if you want to be a part of Chill Whales, make sure you jump over to Common Ground.
Beautiful. Love it. Can't wait for that one.
All right. Speaking of Common Ground, on the 14th, this was the close of the LUKSO ecosystem event that was ongoing. It was a universal page kind of pub crawl, like when we were zipping around between all these different communities on Common Ground that Universal Page was participating in, that they made that initial announcement of the Genesis NFTs. The end of that kind of like, hey, we're on Common Ground now, guys, come join us, was the award show for the Build Up #2 hackathon. And that was a really fun experience, Alts.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. It just kind of gives you the I don't it's like it's literally common ground, right? We're kind of moving from community to community and kind of bridging them all together and growing in unison. It was a really cool concept. And it's, yeah, once we really get more integration with LSPs and can have like social fi type things and interactions and, with reputation and stuff, we'll get to, I mean, that's going to really ramp up this kind of stuff and really incentivize people to become active participants is what we ultimately want. But this was such a great way to kind of showcase some of that tech over on Common Ground.
Yeah, they built out a great broadcast feature. Kudos to Florian and the team. We definitely tried to stress test it that day. The chat was popping off.
Yeah, we
Really
did.
fun chat segment there. It was just a fun day overall. I'm sure there'll be a lot more days like that. Like if we haven't said it enough, if you're not on Common Ground, come and join the Common Ground. That is where you want to be.
Indeed, it is. Another cool thing we had on December 14th, I guess it probably happened like the day before, but we got a nice tweet here from Fabian that Ledger Live finally integrated LUKSO LYX natively. Shout out Ledger. We appreciate it. We've been waiting for that to be able to see it on our devices.
Yeah, that was the same day there was that that compromised library that everyone was freaking out about. So it might have got buried a little bit, but now that we got a little distance from that event, this was a really fantastic integration by Ledger. And if you're not a Ledger user, if you are a Trezor user, I know of one only in my life, Jack. Alts, where'd you go?
Man,
Oh,
you are one pathetic loser.
That was
I went to go troll Jack, and the button was way back there, but in the back of the studio. So,
Oh, gotcha. Well, I'm glad you put it in a completely accessible location. Anyway, it looks like Pascal is also a Trezor user, but it looks like Trezor has also integrated at this point. I wonder if we could get someone to confirm that. That would be fantastic. Moving on to, we've been crying for liquidity, crying, begging, just saying, anybody, please help us US residents out. And then crypto.com jumped in and said, we got you.
yeah, we got you, bro. That's what they said. We appreciate it. Crypto.com. Really cool. Obviously, that's one of the bigger exchanges, one of the bigger names, and it's really great to be, included on their exchange. And I actually tweeted out today too that if you're a new user, right now, if you create a new account, you can trade licks and other coins for free with no fees for a week. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and we broke the internet. We pretty much broke their what am I trying to say? View count on the tweet. Right now, yeah, right. That was not English, any of what I just said, because I tried to effort to see how many we had. Oh God. We had a lot of interaction with this tweet from crypto.com. I think we had about 176,000 views. Good job, LUKSO fam. You can tell we're ravenous. We'll support your exchange if you choose to give us some liquidity. So please, Coinbase, Kraken, or anyone like that, help us out.
Yeah, and it's funny too because those things are indicative of how many people are actually in this project or actually watching this project, but not necessarily, vocal about it on the timeline. You know what I mean? So it's like we still seem like we're under the radar. We're probably not as under the radar as we think.
Yeah. So I took the opportunity the moment that crypto.com came online and I purchased 13 Lux. And then I thought about it and decided to go back and purchase 42 more for the culture because I obviously didn't figure that out fast enough. I just like reflexively bought 13 for some reason.
Well, if you'd have done it 42 more times, you could have done it on your 42nd buy.
I am 42 years old. Look at all these 42s.
It's all coming together.
Yeah, it's called karma, baby. Yeah, but anyway, for the culture here, I made my purchase, and a lot of other people did too, and made their posts. I thought that was kind of cool. So I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, very cool, very cool. So we got one more, I think, to wrap out this section. Coming from Fabian himself, he says our focus was on the universal profiles for the last years. So on the sideline, we've also evolved to LSP standards, as we know, but he personally doesn't. He sees them as final, which is really, really awesome. For those people who are kind of curious of where we stand with these standards. But it's important to understand that nothing is ever final until it's adopted and widely used, with consensus. So these standards will not move until final status officially, until we see that kind of mass adoption. But if you know Fabian and how particular he is about perfecting things, then they're already in a really good place. So, and a bit of history, he put the ERC20 into its final stage in September 2017. So it took a year and a half after the ICOs and kind of things rolled out into where we saw enough use cases and example to give you kind of an idea. So as he says there at the bottom, let real adoption be the judge.
Let real adoption be the judge. All right. Well, we just took 41 minutes to wrap up the year in LUKSO. Did we leave some stuff out? Yes. Could we have added some more stuff in? For sure. Did we want to keep you here all friggin' day while we rolled over every tweet? The answer is no, we didn't. What's up, Tonto? How you doing? Before we move on to the next section, which we'll hit in a second, I just want to personally say thank you, everyone. If you're still here and you're still participating in LUKSO fam, I appreciate you because Lord knows it has not been easy. There has been a lot of ups and downs along the way, but because of that, I think we built a real strong community that genuinely appreciates one another. And even this morning, when I did not want to get on here and do the wrap up, I, in fact, didn't want to do anything, just interacting with the Web3 Rob G and Alts and Turtle and laughing and joking and talking about LUKSO really lifted my spirit. So if you're a person who's feeling down, just hop in the chats and we'll all talk and it'll get better.
Yeah, well said, Heath. Yeah, we appreciate you all for being on this journey with us. And like you said, it's not easy, right? If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. So yeah, but we're in it together ultimately. So we can, feel free to lean on each other at any point in time.
Okay. All right. Well, let's move on to a few segments we have that are traditional in this show. First with Up and to the Right. And Up and to the Right, we usually provide a weekly review of the markets from a LUKSO perspective, but given the ongoing crab of this market and the sideways action that's totally driving me, the Ethelorian, friggin' nuts, we've chosen instead to go with Alts's hopium math.
Yes, because everybody could use a little bit of hopium math. Here, I says it gets real insane real fast, which it does. Let's say, through this Bitcoin cycle, a lot of people conservatively think that Bitcoin could top out around 130,000, 150,000. So if we go that route, let's say, it does a little bit better, 5x instead of 3x, so like 10,000. So as an L1 EVM with better standards, if LUKSO picks up, let's say 1% of that ETH market cap share, that would put one single LUKSO coin at $431. And if you want to get crazy and imagine a 5% share, that would put one LIX at $2,155. So yes, not financial advice, but it just shows you how early and small we really are, especially with this cycle, with the official bear run. Bull run probably starting, a few months after the halving, which is typical, right?
Just, you smell, you, bring it up to your nose there. That's called hopium. And we just wanted to bring you a little hopium going into the new year. So enjoy it. Enjoy
just
it.
Inject
friends.
it directly into your veins.
No, it's a pink gas. It's
it's gaseous. Okay, perfect. That's how. Yeah. Okay, it goes directly into your brain that way.
All right. If you're not into the absolute hopium here, if you're now going to charge Alts and I as absolute moon boys, and you're looking for something a little bit more credible to sink your teeth into to feel better, check out this incredible article from Squigs. Squigs put together this deep dive on LUKSO's universal profile and how it's redefining on-chain identity, and it was published on through the KEEZ Common Ground. So you can go onto the KEEZ Common Ground and you can find it, or as always, you can check the description for this show and click on the link. Squigs did a really comprehensive job in putting this together. So if you need to feel bullish on your choices, what you're holding, or if you're just discovering LUKSO today and you're like, I don't even know how to wrap my head around what's going on here, check out this article from Squigs.
Yeah, it was a great article, redefining digital identity. It's like, and once you kind of understand the ethos of LUKSO, that's how you sit comfortably, in the periods of chaos, because you can see the future that way. So definitely, well done, Squigs, on this article. It was beautiful. You know what else is beautiful, Eth? Pink tweets.
Almost everything I have on is pink, and it's my favorite.
Leading out the gate with Squigs. One, is there a happier pup than that one right there? The answer is no. Look
He's
at
totally
that
in his element.
Yep, Squigs. That's going to be my world when Licks goes into the top 5 as well. Holy crap.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'll be running around playing in the snow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, next up, we've got one from our local artist, Roland Carter, feeling very LUKSO. Dripped out in pink. We got a pink spaceship back there. Yeah, this one's a little pink car down there. But yeah, this one's a vibe. Well done, Roland.
Just big fan of all of this art. I hope this art makes its way onto Universal Page and we can start to transact in this stuff, because AI art, I don't know if this is AI art, but let's just call it AI art. Even if it's something that you used AI to generate, AI is just a tool that requires you to prompt, to give it ideas, right? To throw those things out there. It still makes incredible art that people can collect. So I'm really interested to see more of that.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, Oz knows what's up. His son actually knows what's up. The signs are everywhere. If you know, you know. Embrace the chain. I don't even know what the hell this thing is.
I don't know what that is either. It's a toy of the future.
Someone went into the future. Someone went back to the future and grabbed these ubiquitous hexagons, because LUKSO is everywhere, so to speak,
Like
right?
Lego blocks of the future when you're building infrastructure for Web3.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
Yeah.
Al's didn't say how old their son is, so that doesn't help.
427. Oh, should have been 420. Fuck. Damn.
But
All
I
right.
think if you had 420 billion of these things, you could probably build a city here that MB Crypto has made. Y'all are buying projects with no utility, chilled hard by influencers to pump their own bags, probably to dump on you. Meanwhile, he's stacking the real infrastructure of the future, LUKSO.
That is a pink utopia right there. I appreciate the waterways, I think. And thank you, MB Crypto, for coming back with the pink hoodie. I thought you left us there for a bit, but you came back, and that's what happens. People leave, we'll let you go. You can leave and go other places, but as long as you come home.
As long as you always find your way back home to the pink home.
That's right. Come back to daddy. Okay. Embrace the chain, Snow says, with that bottle of pink pills. I get a kick out of it. That some of our imagery is literally just pharmaceuticals. We're like, here, take these pills. You'll love it.
Do it. Yeah, people that don't understand, kind of Web3 culture, they're probably just like, what are they just a bunch of drug dealers? What is going on over there?
Oh man. Yeah, but Embrace the Chain has its roots going all the way back, I believe, to 2017. Marjorie crafted that idea, this marketing concept of Embrace the Chain. We saw it on the incredible jackets that were made for the team going into ETHCC, and then all of the branding in Paris for that conference. Embrace the Chain.
It has been embraced, and we continue to show others how to do it as well. So that leads us into our winner of this week, coming from Steffi Fung, the legendary digital artist of Web3. Good morning, all shades of pink today. I mean, this is LUKSO vibes through and through. Well done.
Yeah, Thank you, Steffi, for once again recognizing that pink is a lifestyle. And I see your future intentions to launch a collection on the LUKSO blockchain. I see that. I'm seeing that. So don't think I missed it.
I
We'll
can
send
feel
that
it.
trophy immediately.
I can feel it in my heart.
Yeah.
Well, that leads us into the next section of our show, fame. Keith, how excited are you for the hub?
Bro, I'm pumped. The hub actually is it seems to be coming close to the vision that you and I discussed for years now of having interoperable avatars that you can swap out clothing. You can use their VRMs, so you should be able to use them in interesting environments like spatial and others. I mean, I always wanted the clones to do this. I really did. I want to be able to swap out my clothing, but you know what? They haven't delivered yet. So I am a LUKSO citizen. You never know. I might just rip a LUKSO citizen. I might find my own.
Yeah, I definitely am excited for this because it's kind of really leaning into that, the future of the interoperability, like you talked about there, and to, because that's ultimately what you want to do with an avatar, right? Is to be able to go all over the place with it and connect with other worlds and platforms, bringing your assets along with you, and then being able to build identity and reputation as you plug into different ecosystems. And yeah, one of the great things about this setup too is you're minting this VRM, these avatars like on chain, so you can easily access the files to be able to use them in other places, offline and everything. So yeah, it's really really cool. And yeah, the kind of their version of the inventory being able to have all these clothes that you can easily swap in and out. Yeah, that's going to be really really fun, and probably some sort of blending of marketplaces and ecosystems and worlds and avatars. It's just kind of all kind of coming together in this hub as they have it. So it's a really cool idea. I can't wait to see this version of it.
Yeah, I mean the hub is looking for the best place to build out the future of their product. So I mean, I expect if we're going to do 42 by 42 VRMs, that is 1,764 of these. I hope our community can show up and mint out this project. We want projects like this to stay on LUKSO. The only way to make that happen is if we support them. So please do so.
Well said. Yeah, and that will be on February 2nd, or I'm sorry, February 4th. So 2/4/24. We're sticking to the 4/2s.
Big fan. In reverse. All right, there might have been a little tasty chicken nugget involved in that video in case you caught it.
I don't know what that could mean.
I don't know.
I don't
Where's
know. Whatever.
Waldo?
I don't know.
Okay, well, Marjorie Hernandez proudly introducing Liquify, right? As seen in the Boys Club zine, the number 2, powered by LUKSO. This was actually a filter. So this was something that was cool that you could actually try on. Alts, did you put it on your dog?
Aziz, LUKSO is the future. Well said. I did not put this one on my pup. No, I should have though. That would have been a great idea. I put many other AR filters on her, and she loves them.
Yeah, excellent. In addition, number 2 of the zine, I was lucky enough to get a hard copy. Thank you, Sage.
Awesome. I'm jelly. That one looked super sweet. And this, this dress is it's like the dress version of our Hex Jerzos. It's really, really cool.
Oh yeah, sexy. Okay. Well, that brings us to
visual learning for the fam.
We do love our memes.
Yes, we do. We got one here from Canvas Land Metaverse Production. Hey, LUKSO friends, if you feel okay, leave your licks addresses below. I wonder if they got something cooking. This truck or this little car is like, I could go to ETH or I go to LUKSO.
As Rob said, he thinks he used this in a slideshow in 2003, this particular meme. But, it's because it's a good meme. It keeps showing back up. Missed opportunity, though, here, Zen. See that exit number 12 should be 42.
Yes. That thing needs to get an update of its own.
Oh, hilarious.
All right, next up, we got one from Peter. Do a little memeing for Luxo. He's with Anakin here. I have so much licks, and you're so well diversified too. And he just stares on. You're diversified, right?
I think any member of LUKSO fam is probably Anakin in this moment. We're like, oh God, diversification. What is that?
What is diversification? I don't know.
I'll tell you. You know who is currently diversifying into Lux?
I wonder.
Vitalik Buterin. I'm telling you, he is. See, you can tell.
For sure. I mean, it certainly looks that way, right? This is actually what it looks like to see an ETH maxi discovered universal profiles in real time.
Those pictures are the creepiest things, man.
I was cracking myself up making these, man. Oh my God.
That one right there, that nose is just not it.
Embrace the chain, Vitalik.
We'll be sure to send this over to Vitalik. I'm sure he saw this notification. He opened it and he was like, wow, it's like looking in a mirror.
He's like, actually, I could rock that jacket. I like that.
Oh,
all right,
God.
last one in this section. We've got Pink Mare from before Christmas. Happy holidays. So yeah, I hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or Boxing Day or Zarathos Diso or Feast Day of Our Lady Guadalupe or Festivus for the rest of us. Hope you had a wonderful one, fam.
Is this like airing of grievances? Can I air my grievances?
Air them. What you got?
Once
then,
again,
then we got to wrestle after that.
Whoever sells into every Lux pump, again, I hope your car runs out of gas.
Oh man, yeah. ETH wants to wrestle whoever's selling.
Bring it on. I'm actually much wider in real life, I promise.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, before we wrap it out, we've got one little last section. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Come on, teamwork, everyone.
Oh, I gotta apologize for that graphic. I was just trying to see how ridiculous I could make it.
You succeeded.
Good, mission accomplished. Okay, so yeah, we were having some chatter in one of the chats about CoinGecko. They have some categories. One of them is SocialFi, which Luxo is not on, but most definitely deserves to be on. So take the time. We'll put the link in the description below as well. You can also find my tweet about it. But there's a form. I shared the link. You can go on there and submit to have Luxo added to that category. And we've done this before in the past with CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap, back in the day, trying to get on I think it was the metaverse version, right? Back when that was kind of popping. But SocialFi is going to be a really big narrative, this cycle. So it'd be great to have us on there. And yeah, I think as a team, if we all just, kind of blast them, let them know that we wanted to be on there and we deserve to be on there, it would get it done.
Many hands make heavy loads light. I don't know if that's the actual way to say it, but that's how I said it. Yeah, it works. All right. Again, teamwork makes the dream work. And if you enjoyed this show, friends, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you want to see more content like this, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thank you all for the support. And I'm going to add on to it one more as we enter the new year. If you've got a hot idea for a show, if you got something that you'd like to do, but you need a little production help, ping us. We're always interested in building out this YouTube channel. But we're also really busy people and kind of flaky. So if we don't get back to you right away, that's just what happens.
Oh my gosh. Well, ETH, so before we head out, I do have one quick question for you. I'm thinking about the new year. What happened to the man who got caught shoplifting a calendar on New Year's Eve?
I don't know what thread to pull on here. Is it the shoplifting part? Is it the new year part? Where's the joke coming from? Shoplifting calendar. Nope, no idea.
He got 12 months.
Oh, Jesus.
Thank you. It was subtle, but I heard it, so it counts. Okay, better, much better. That was the last bad dad joke before the end of this year.
Fatality.
Oh God. All right.
Well, got it out of my system. I promise to have worse jokes in 2024, fam.
Yeah, thank you. If we keep talking for another minute, we'll exceed the hour. Right? I thought we were going to bring it in under 1 hour, and I just want to make Rob sweat because I know he's got something to do.
We just need like a really long pregnant pause to just. But no, we appreciate you, fam. Thanks for those of you tuned in live. We always love to see you there. And for those of you watching on your own time, we appreciate you. We're on this epic journey together, fam. 2024, if you don't know, it will be the year of LUKSO. We are going to jump on everybody's maps in 2024. It's going to be quite an epic ride into, who knows, maybe like the top 20 or something in 2024, something conservative like that. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna have a blast, and yeah, happy to be on this adventure with you, fam. Do us a favor and do what you do. Stay pink.